This video is prepared according to the syllabus of KTU. Course subject Web Technologies, course code CS368, module 4 we are discussing. So in this video we concentrate on conditional statements in JavaScript. Conditional statements in JavaScript can be grouped mainly into categories: if else category and switch category. If else category we have different types: simple if else, nested if else, chain. Also we have a conditional or ternary operator, that is just a replacement of if else control structure, that is on single statement replacement. So these all we will discuss one by one. So before we go ahead, let me say why we need control statements in any programming languages. In general, we can say control statements are used to control the flow of execution of a program. For decision making is essential for any programming task. So whether if that condition is satisfied, what should be done? If it is not satisfied, what should be performed? So these are the things we need to perform. That is not in normal case any programming language is the case. So how that can be done in JavaScript, but that can be done using JavaScript, that is what we are going to discuss about. So to understand the concept, let us start with the simple if control structure itself. The flowchart representation of simple if control structure is like this. Here this shows the flow of execution. Here we have one conditional statement. If that conditional statement, the condition is true, this true part will be executed. Otherwise, if condition is false, that flow will continue to the next executable statement. So from this it is very clear that false condition, nothing will happen. When that condition is not true, nothing will happen. If it is true, then only some block of statements will be executed. Syntax of that symbol if is like this. If keyword you have to use, that control statement you need to specify here. Brackets are and all you need to put, curly brackets for block and all you need to put. These all essential things. You have to follow that syntax accordingly. So from this it is very clear that if condition is only this much statements will be executed. If it is false, that will not nothing, that means that will execute that will skip this thing and execute this. That is what the meaning. So from symbol if itself, if it is true, do this thing. That is what the meaning. Just for understanding this thing, we can write small JavaScript for preparing the mark list of a student. Assume that if we have marks, then we can calculate, we can calculate the result of that this thing. We can assign the result. Accordingly, we can print the marks as well as result of student. But the problem is, if statement itself it is mentioned when it is if condition is true, then only that will be executed. False in the sense nothing will happen here, that execution flow will continue. So for assigning the proper result, the result variable should be initialized to fail in advance, otherwise we won't get proper result. So when the given marks is greater than the reference marks, greater than or equal to the reference marks, then the result will be modified to pass. Otherwise, result will not be modified, means result will be fail. So if you didn't assign like that, we won't get proper. So initially we need to assign like this, then only this script will work properly. So initially we are assigning this, we are getting marks from keyboard, we are accepting the marks from keyboard. That marks we are comparing with the reference marks. If it is greater than or equal to 40, we are assigning false. Otherwise, nothing. That previously result failed condition will be zero. So after execution of this, you can print the result based on that marks. It's clear now. This is about simple if. Now let us discuss about if-else control structure. The previous case we have seen that if condition is true, only that part will execute. If-else structure means in both cases, if condition is true, true block will be executed. If condition is false, false block will be executed. Then naturally that control will be transferred here. Then execution keep on going. Syntax is like that. We have to use if keyword. Then the text expression we need to specify. Based on the value of that branching will take place to true or false. If it is true, in the sense true block will be executed. If it is false, means false block will be executed. Let us discuss very simple program using if-else control structure. Suppose we want to display good morning if time is less than 12 o'clock, and afternoon if time is greater than 12 o'clock. For that this program is used. For that what we can do is how we will get the current time. So we have getOur method. Using the getOur method we will get current time. So that is used here. Then once we get the current time, that can be compared with the reference time, that is 12 o'clock, and we can display that this is, if this condition is true means good morning is displayed, that condition is false means good afternoon will be displayed. As I discussed earlier, if-else control structure can be replaced using simple statement, a symbol on operator itself called conditional operator. The operator structure is like this. Test condition. If the test condition is true, this true statement will be executed. If the test condition is false, after the semicolon, after the colon, false expression will be executed. That is, after the question mark this is true, after the colon this is false. See, if the test condition is true, good morning will be displayed. Test condition is false, good evening will be displayed. Similarly, the same program only, click event for the click event. for displaying that corresponding time. Click button is also specified. So just simple program we have discussed, but for understanding more this thing, still more student handling programs are required. So I have used still more on efficient program, because here student details, name, register number, marks and all considered here. So here for initializing this, object constructor is used. Just I'll explain the working of the program. So during the execution of the program, different objects are created. This is first object, student1, and that is initialized with name, register number, marks of subject, mathematics, physics, chemistry. So execution will happen here moment that object will be created, that will be initialized here. That name, corresponding name here, initialization will happen. Register number initialized to ID, then marks, that is initialized to M1, physics then M2, chemistry M3, like that initialization will happen here. So similarly that will perform for all 5 objects. After creating the objects, this method will be executed. Display details. During the execution of this method, display detail method, register number will be printed. That is actually this ID, register number, name, that is this name will be displayed. After that, this calculate method will be executed. In the calculate method, 3 marks are added, and after taking the sum of 3 marks, average is taken by dividing 3. Dividing 3, average we will get. So that will be returned here. So that is available in this average variable. Now, so we got average marks. Next step is we need to compare the marks. So here we used if-else control structure for comparing the marks. So average is greater than or equal to 40 marks. 40 is the reference marks here. Result is assigned as pass. Else result is assigned as fail. But see, in the previous example, in the symbol if, we couldn't assign like this. That is why initially we assigned it. But here if else means we have the flexibility. If true case, what we need to specify, false in the sense what we need. That flexibility we have. This is about the program. This is true for all other. So one for first subjects, second subjects, like that. All students that will be executed for the all 5 students that will be executed. This is for the corresponding output register. So we will get during the execution of the program, we will get the output like this. This is what the output. So now it is pass. So this person is failed. So similarly we will get the output. So that is clear, right? Now we will switch to the next slide. So far we discussed about simple if else. Another category, the ternary operator also we discussed. Another category is nested if. In the case of nested if, see, we have seen that if true condition, this is else condition, that is false condition. So here also we can have another if control structure. That is what nested if refers. Here also we have. This is the structure of that. true part and false part, another if control structure we have. This is the corresponding syntax of that if keyword we are using here. Control structure like that, if else like that. Next, properly, it should be properly nested. That is important, otherwise it won't work. Nested properly, it should be nested. Then we should have that this thing curly brackets also block in the sense with curly bracket. That is why I mentioned here block. So curly brackets also should be specified. So the thing will be very clear through this example. So that program execution already I have discussed. Now only what are the things I have modified, that part only I discuss. So here average marks. So similarly we calculate the average marks. If it is greater than two conditions we are specifying. If marks is greater than 50, one condition. There if mark is greater than 50 in the sense true part in the sense this will be executed. Then one more condition we are putting for the mathematics marks is greater than 45. That is two condition. That is average mark is greater than 50 and marks of this mathematics marks greater than 45. Then that condition is pass. Else fail. Else in the sense this else reference is less than 45. Mathematics marks is less than 45. Then he is failed. Even though he is having more than marks, average marks is more than 50. That is what this meaning. Another condition. If greater than 50 and here else in the sense less than 50 condition. Mark is less than 50. Again we are checking here. Okay, mark is less than 50, but other one average marks greater than or equal to 45 also we are giving as pass, provided marks of mathematics should be greater than 50 condition. So average marks greater than 45 to 50, 45 to 50 and this condition marks of mathematics greater than or equal to 50, then again pass. All other conditions are treated as fail. That is what the result here. See, he is having mathematics marks more, average also pass, fail. Maths mark less, average marks is also okay, that is also in both cases failed. This way, here what is the problem? Average marks is fine, mathematics marks is problem, fail. Like that. This is the output. Now if else chain. If else chain, condition is true, this particular block will be executed. False and this is next condition will be checked. If it is true, this block will be executed. If it is false, again this will be checked. That will keep on continuing like that. Number of chain we specified here. Then at the end, false block, default false block will be executed. This is the flow. Syntax is here. If keyword we are using, text block in the sense with curly brackets we need to specify. Okay, now this is also clear. So things will be very clear through some example. We will see some example. Same program, only this part we have modified. If the average is greater than 90, then outstanding performance. So grade is assigned as outstanding. If average marks is greater than or equal to 80 to 89, Excellent. That range 80 to 89. Even here average marks is greater than or equal to, that is 70 to 79. Very good. Then 60 to 60, like that. That range you see one by one, like that. So finally grade is that other case, that is less than 40 in the sense poor. This way. So this is the result. We got the corresponding result like that. Very good. Poor, excellent, good, fair and all. Okay, we got. So now if else control structure, this thing is clear for you. I think it's clear for you. Now let's discuss about switch control structure. So this will be evaluated based on that value. Different case conditions will be executed if the value is 1 in the sense according to what we specify here, this particular case will be executed. When it is this value, the corresponding this case condition will be executed, but the requirement is all case blocks we should have break statement, then only properly that will work. So here the switch difference is multiple selections we can have. That is the difference compared to if control structure. This is the proper syntax for that. Switch expression case, different cases we need to consider. Finally we should have one default value. See, default value is specified here. This is a default block. Okay, this will be very clear through some example. JavaScript, this thing is for displaying weekday name. So for getting a weekday, we need to specify the corresponding number corresponds to that weekday. For that get day method is used that returns the weekday as a number between 0 and 6. So when it returns 0, it will display Sunday. It returns 4 in this Thursday, it will return. So like that, different this thing we can. This is today's Monday in the sense output today is Monday, like that output we will get. So now, so that fundamental things we have discussed. So from this slide onward, some 4 slides gives some programming exercises. So you have to practice your own or to write JavaScripts based on this. So that will help you to improve your programming skill. Thank you for watching my video.